Good stuff. Good stuff tonight, Roy.
She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville.
Amen.
And she got cut again at
Why is this
Shiloh
an upright
Hill.
as he?
There was Robert E. Lee, Board of Guards.
Mickey can't get the calls in if she puts
Thank you
anything
for
on Do
using
Not
Global
Disturb.
Tellink.
Hello.
Yes,
Hey,
Debbie,
Mickey,
yes.
I think this is
Yes,
it's Mickey's
Debbie.
phone number, so that would make sense.
I agree.
But yeah, I tried to call in 2 times. I was having some problems, but I think that was attributed
Thank
to our
you.
master of ceremonies, the guy who kind of runs things and tells people when they're going. Christopher Quaglin. Yeah, he told me to go before I was ready, so I think that's probably why I wasn't working, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. We have had quite a few phone calls, but I'm glad you're here now. This is James
Yeah.
Grant, right?
This is James Grant, yes. How's
Hi.
everyone doing tonight?
We're warm compared to
Oh
the
my
past
gosh,
couple
thank you,
nights.
Uncle.
It's not bad out here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, just I'm really glad I was able to go to the bathroom before I called. I was
Me
gonna
too.
do that. Yeah. Oh, were you able to? You found some time? That's good.
No, we actually
Oh,
are.
you're glad for me.
I'm
so
glad
good.
for you.
Yeah.
Because we don't have. That's one thing we don't have out here. Is,
No
you know,
plumbing.
one of those.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess it's probably bad form for me to ask what you guys even do, but I'll just not ask it. I
Drive
guess.
to McDonald's.
We have a system. We have a system.
Okay, good. Good.
Drive to the
I'm glad you guys.
restaurant.
But yeah, how's everyone doing? Thank you guys for coming out there. Thank you. I want to give a special thank you. I got a visit tomorrow, my second visit ever in the entire 22 months I've been in Vail. I had one last week with a man named Dwight, and I guess he comes with his wife. But thank you so much to the Chinese American patriots
Woo!
and people that have really gone through. And I think we always remark in here to ourselves that it's people that have really gone through a tyrannical government. And that's what I think. I would like to think everyone doesn't want that in America, but sometimes I wonder, based on certain policies that people endorse, and you ask yourself, where else could that go? It's not tyrannical, but it's just people that haven't lived through that kind of thing, or maybe they don't have an imagination and can't see. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's willful ignorance, but with COVID and whatever you believe about it, but I think you got to leave people's rights up to a degree with the mask thing, and yeah, just so many things really shed light on it. But again, I want to thank the Chinese American patriots, and I actually don't know. Andrew Taki told me I have a visit tomorrow, and I don't know who it's with, but I'm very much looking forward to that. And just thank all you guys so much for being out there and supporting us. And you guys have really made this absolutely nightmarish ordeal just somewhat bearable. And I think it's the best we can hope for. And, I've been in for 2 years. It didn't start out thinking I was going to get 2 years. It just kind of blossomed, and the time kind of just passes, and I'm just praying to God my nightmare is almost over. But yeah, you guys have made this, just thank you guys so much for your support. And I'm so thankful every day that you guys I think Americans see this for what it kind of is. And it's just like a moment in history where certain people seem to have lost their minds and are just, I don't think it'd be that weird to kind of compare it to some other parts of history where, they were being extremely overly punitive and just absurd. And I thought we were past that at this point in our country, at this point in humanity, like it's 2023, like the left always likes to say about everything. It's 2023. Yeah, it's 2023. Can we not give first-time offenders like decades for small political protests? As I trail off at the end, but it's always like stepping on eggshells out here. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've said this a couple times, but I think again, this is James Tate Grant as Newsweek. Like, how scummy is that too of Newsweek to not just because I feel like they thought by listing my name as James Grant, it wouldn't. There's a lot of James Grants out there, so they made sure to list my middle name. Like, complete the slander. Go all out with the slander. And it's just crazy. They wrote an article entitled, "Who is James Tate Grant?" And they never contacted me. They didn't list anything about my education. They didn't, it was a total hit piece. And this is someone, I'm not a public figure at that point in time, and I don't know if I am now, but that was my introduction to the public world. And on Christmas Day, Newsweek puts an article, they put they list stuff they have no business stuff they have no business showing and they listed stuff about my brother's mental health on top of that. So, as opposed, or in addition to losing 2 years of my life, I've been internationally slandered. On the cover of Newsweek, Christmas Day. I went to in North Carolina. We have these things called fish tables, and they're like they're little gambling tables, and everyone feeds them tons of money, and they're open 24 hours a day. And it's not something I'm super proud of, but I like to go there sometimes. And one of the security guards, a black guy that I wouldn't have thought, and he's like, "What are you doing on the cover of these magazines, man? I read that crap." And he recognized me from the magazine. So I have no doubt that Newsweek article absolutely destroyed my reputation illegally. And on top of that, I was supposed to go to law school, and I never told them I wasn't coming. So they probably searched my name at some point and saw this, this terrible article. So, like, the damages from something like that, I don't think would ever be recouped. So it's just, it just goes to show that a lot of us have been just hit in so many ways. In addition to losing 2 years of my life, a prestigious law school scholarship, and I don't know, when you're a felon, you can't get student loans. So on top of that, I'm not going to be able to get student loans. So if I do go somewhere, I'm going to have to, I guess, figure that out on my own terms. And then on top of that, we're being internationally slandered. I still see on the bottom of the news we get in here, Scripps News, it says like this January 6er was arrested with it. So, we've just been hit so many ways, but your guys, y'all support, it really has made this hit a lot. Not hit as hard.
The tide's going to change so fast.
I tell everyone else in here, if there's one felony you have to have, I dare say this is one of the most understandable felonies maybe ever. I mean, would you agree with that? I think.
Well, I think they're charging everybody with things that, like, overcharging, and things that wouldn't ordinarily require prison time, misdemeanor charges that would ordinarily be a fine, and the judges will say, there's sentences of deterrence because they don't want anybody to feel empowered to question their government ever again. So they do have sentences of deterrence, and they are, charging people duplicitously, excessively, and 7.5 years in jail for standing on the grass. Actually a death sentence for being inside the building, and just it's just coming after their political opponents and doing every single thing they can to squash them down and take opportunities away from people, and espouse theories in the courtroom that just make everybody that ever thought about voting for Trump. They put you in the crazy hole. If you believe that there were problems with the election, they disparage your reputation and question your mental health. When there's so much evidence out there that there was tampering with that election, and we do deserve an investigation into what happened. And oftentimes they talk about the peaceful transference of power, when I don't know what American people are supposed to do, just sit back and be okay with an election that was stolen from them.
I think anytime you have questions with the election, I think they should probably be addressed. And I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. But I think in 5 years' time, everyone's going to act like they knew the whole time that it was like the same people that were probably calling for my head for pushing a fence. But I said it before. I think I really do have one of the better judges for this, and I think it just blows my mind how some of these judges, that the horror stories I've heard from other judges that have been doing this a long time. And I just pray that people, for any case, if you're giving someone 15 years, 20 years in prison, I pray it's been thought over, and just try to remember that's a real person that is going to have that time taken from their life. I mean, that's I can't think of many things more serious than that have more gravity than that. And I really think my judge still has an understanding of that, and still looks at us as, humans. And I didn't intend to, I probably shouldn't talk, I try not to talk about my case, but
maybe don't.
I genuinely went there, and, I had no intent to hurt or do anything. So it's like extra donkey kick in the butt right now that, 2 years, internationally slandered. It's been really stressful on my family. I've got elderly parents. So my mother's turning 71 this year, and I'm just scared I'm losing time. I'm not going to get back. And I haven't always been, our relationship has been kind of rocky. I've gone through a lot. I got, my brother's got some mental health stuff going on, and it's like, oh my gosh, like what else do you want to do to me at this point? But your guys' support has meant so much, and it really has softened this blow so much. And we all talk about it all the time. It's like, it's such a weird time in history, and this is such a unique situation. I mean, you just got like a couple thousand, really, are the ones getting serious. Getting really, kicked in the butt. There's only a couple hundred of us really, but I mean, everyone is to some degree involved, but I mean, some people are just really, and I'm proud to say I'm one of them, 2 years in here, and just, I've had people come up to me and tell me they got a plea that was over a decade of their life, and look to you for guidance, and you got to try to console them at that point. It's just crazy. It's like, should I be in this situation? And that person I don't believe deserves anywhere near that. I mean, it's a crazy situation. And then on top of everything, we got to walk on eggshells when we talk on here. So it's like, just be a good boy and take it. That you're going to get, the prosecution at one point said they want 8 to 10 for pushing a fence. But, oh my God, it's a whole bunch of conflicting emotions and tides going this way and currents and whatnot. It's hard to describe, but it's a unique experience. But again, the main point of that was that you guys are really softening the blow, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, we appreciate the appreciation, James. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We talked about it.
Yeah, thank you guys for being out there. They were telling me in the old side of the jail they could see you guys,
Yeah.
and that would be awesome if we could still see you guys. We should really put that in to switch back. I mean, we shouldn't have let that. I wasn't here at the time, but we shouldn't have let that happen.
Well, I think it was plumbing. They were. Why can't I think of the word? They were renovating the plumbing. Thank you, Ruffet. Yeah, they were renovating the plumbing, so they had to move everybody over to the other side. But you guys were over here where we could, people flick their lights during the national anthem, and we could absolutely see that.
Yeah. Dempsey was telling me about that. Is that Nicole?
No, that's Nicole in the background. Yeah, this is Mickey, and Nicole's in the background giving me words I can't think of.
It's not iPhone, and she's not able to do it without.
Yeah, no, and if anyone was moved by my story, Condemned USA put me on, helped me out a great amount. I had trouble. So if you want to donate, if my story has moved you at all, givesendgo.com/freejames. One word, very good URL, givesendgo.com/freejames. Anything is appreciated. I do want to try to go to law school again when this is over. There's a bunch of boundaries, and a lot of them, like Newsweek, not even from the courts. And it's going to be a crazy landscape getting out. There's so much stuff to deal with. Just getting out, and then I'll be on probation. But hey, maybe I'll go to law school on probation with an ankle monitor on there. I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk to my ex right now, but I think I could pull it off. I could date someone and have the ankle monitor. You could run it and understand the reason.
Yeah,
I think I could pull it off.
Well, I hope you get a chance to come out and reclaim your life, as everybody has to, I hope everybody's able to come out and reclaim a portion of their life.
Right, yeah, me too. And I think a great majority, if not all of us, will be able to. But we got a bunch of people waiting to go, and I think it's been so good right now. I'm gonna say goodbye right there. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. And I meant everything I said.
All right, thank you, James.
Thanks, James.
All right,
God bless you.
We'll see you later.
Wow. I mean, it's like, as soon as the truth is all the way out, you guys, like, they're going to be, like, people are going to be honoring their names and stuff. That article's not going to mean diddly squat soon, in my opinion.
Should I try to squeeze in?
Yes, please.
Newsweek seems to be flip-flopping all the time. People change with the winds, don't
And
they?
for roll call. Lives lost on January 6th. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips. The following day, Officer Brian Sicknick, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
The ones that are detained: Justin Adams, Michael Adams, Thomas Adams, Tommy Allen, Chris Alberts, Russell Alford, Noah Bacon, Edward Badalion, Daniel Ball, Thomas Ballard, Logan Barnhart, Richard Barnett, Pauline Bauer, Julio Bequero, Matthew Bedingfield, Luke Bender, Joe Biggs, Aiden Billiard, Craig Bingert, Joshua Black, Matthew Bledsoe, Kenneth Bonowitz, Dominic Bach, Brandon Bradshaw, Larry Brock, Jeffrey Brown, Jeremy Brown,
God bless
Mark
you, sir.
Brew,
Thank you.
Daniel Caldwell, William Calhoun, Jared Cantrell, Cale Clayton, Stephen Capuccio, Matthew Caswell, Donald Chilcote, Shondale Chilcote, William Cressman, Reed Christensen, Eric Christie, Josiah Colt, Mason Corson, Bruno Quay, Matthew De Silva, Nicholas DiCarlo, Nathan DeGrave, David Dempsey, Lucas Denny, Robert Dennis, Timothy Desjardins, Michael Dickinson, Charles Donahoe, Josh Doolin, Israel Easterday, Michael Eckerman, Jolene Eicher, James Elliott, Daniel Egbett, Isaiah Farnsworth, Brandon Fellows, Kyle Fitzsimons, Kevin Galetto, Mitchell Gardner, Robert Gieswein, Vincent Gillespie, Frank Gustino, Vitaly Gostiankowski, Jeffrey Grace, James Grant, Matthew Green, Christopher Greider, Tony Griffith, Brian Gunderson, Joseph Hackett, Stacy Hager, Timothy Hale, Kenneth Harrelson, Johnny Harris, Richard Harris, Joshua Haynes, Stephanie Hazelton, Donald Hazard, Albuquerque Head, Andrew Hernandez, Joshua Hernandez, Eric Herrera, Joshua Hughes, Jared Hughes, Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins, Douglas Jensen, Justin Jersey, Joshua Johnson, Taylor John Atticus, David Judd, Leo Kelly, Julian Cater, Federico Klein, Matthew Kroll, Nicholas Langrand, Daniel Layden, Joseph Layden, Luke Lentz, Joshua Lawler, Kevin Lyons, Danian McAndrew, Marcus Malley, Christian Manley, Cody Mattis, James Malt, Christopher Maurer, Mark Mazza, Ronald Maccabee, Patrick McCoffey, James McGrew, David Mahaffey, Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McKillop, James McNamara, Connie Meggs, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Rodney Millstreet, Matthew Ryan Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Menuda, Landon Mitchell, Corin Montani, Catherine Morrison, David Marshall, Robert Morse, Christopher Moynihan, Jonathan Manapo, John Naisif, Marshall Neef, Daryl Neely, Ryan Nichols, Kirsten Niemela, Gregory Nix, Ethan Nordine, Nicholas Ox, Grady Owens, Jared Owens, Jason Owens, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Michael Perkins, Dominic Pizzola, Daniel Phipps, Mark Ponder, Sean Price, Joshua Pruitt, Anthony Puma, Chris Quaglin, Barry Ramey, Guy Reffitt, Zach Rill, Nariana Reiner, Stuart Rose, Howard Richardson, Thomas Robertson, James Robinson,
God bless you.
Linwood Robinson, God bless you too. Michael Roach, Jonathan Rockholt, Daniel Rodriguez, Greg Rubenacker, Jeffrey Sable, Ryan Sample, Ronald Sandlin, Salvador Sandoval, Robert Sanford, Peter Schwartz, Daniel Scott, Christian Secor, Hunter Seafried, Kevin Seafried, Grayson Sherrill, Jonathan Schroyer, Alexander Shepard, Thomas Civic, Jeffrey Sills, Mikhail Sly, Charles Smith, Tommy Smith, Audrey Southard, Hatchet Speed, Yvonne St. Cyr, Peter Steger, Shelley Stallings, Patrick Stedman, Tristan Stevens, John Strand, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Curtis Tate, George Tenney, Jacob Therese, Isaac Thomas, Devlin Thompson, Dustin Thompson, Edward Vallejo, Salvador Basalo, Eric Scott Warner, Jessica Watkins, William Watson, Matthew Webler, Thomas Webster, Bradley Weeks, Sandra Wire, Jack Whitten, Anthony Williams, Riley Williams, Timothy Williams, Duke Wilson, Ricky Wilden, Shane Woods, Chris Worrell, John Wright, Gregory Yetman, Isaac Yoder, Kyle Young, those lost to suicides, Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Angst, and Jordan Meacham. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Let's say her name. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt.
Thank you, guys. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Hey, Mark. What's going on?
Thank you, Uncle.
Oh,
Thank you,
just
Tempe.
getting through with dinner here and played a game of Scrabble earlier.
All right.
That's about it.
You guys have regular Scrabble
Yeah,
rules?
what's
Or you have special rules in jail for Scrabble, or y'all just follow the Procter and Gamble rules?
Yeah, well, we have a couple of jailhouse rules.
All right.
If you challenge a word in Scrabble, and there's people that are normally they go before you, you have to give them the opportunity to challenge, and if they don't, then they lose their turn too.
All right.
Yeah.
Patriot News Project.
So it's kind of interesting.
So who's the Scrabble king in there? Who usually wins the Scrabble games?
Well, it's a toss between about two other guys and
Yes,
myself.
please post all of it. Thank you.
So it's not unusual to get 200 to 300 points for Scrabble games.
Good for you guys.
Yeah. But we have a new game. Somebody got a deck of cards that are they're for Monopoly. So you can actually they're a Monopoly card game that you can play. And that one I have yet to play, but I want to.
See,
Something new to do.
I don't know anybody that's ever actually finished a game of Monopoly. I have never finished a game of Monopoly. The sun could be coming up and you're still playing Monopoly. I don't know. It's not a game I enjoy, but I guess if you're in jail, you just continue the game the next day.
What else you got to do with your time? It's not what
I hate
your
to say it like that.
schedule is cleared indefinitely.
Right.
Oh, I don't even know how you would play Monopoly with a deck of cards. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster, so it's not as time consuming. You can get 2 or 3 games in the same amount of time as one.
All right.
Yeah, but it looks cool. I'm gonna try it maybe tonight or something like that.
Well, good luck. Maybe I hope you have some beginner's luck. Win the whole boardwalk. Take over DC.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
no,
thank you.
theoretically. I didn't mean
Post
that.
them all,
Right.
absolutely.
We'll put that on my indictment. That's not a threat.
Yeah, right. Well, I do want to make sure I take every opportunity when public speaking to let everyone know that I denounce sovereign citizenship. Just in case, because I just figured out the plan that they're using in the court, and that is to charge J6ers. So they think they're getting charged individually, and they think they have unique or different standing or charges, and then they're going to pile them together for a domestic terrorist charge and then pin it to Trump to make sure he can't run for office. So that is their plan, like it or not, believe it or not. And so I'm doing some countermeasures on that. Some of the money that was donated to my Give and Go went towards writing a declaration for the public that what they're doing is they are practicing communism within their organization, and I actually give the definitions of the claims that I'm making so that people comprehend easily that yes, this is true. And so whether a particular J6er has had this issue or not, it matters not, because if you're a J6er and you were 10 feet away from another J6er who hit a cop, you're getting a charge as well. And so they're going to pile them all up. That's how they can do it with their enhancements and all their other garbage that they throw in there. So I'm going to try to do my best to rebut their claims ahead of time and make sure that it's published and in the public eye, so that their fraud is revealed.
We need a break somewhere. One thing we're sure of, though, is that all roads do lead to Trump. Every committee hearing we go into, no matter what they're trying to talk about, the left always goes, well, Trump, Trumpity, Trump. Russia, Trump.
Yeah.
No laptop.
Well, last year.
That was a song.
Last year we had, I was able to get it on the record. That my judge, that James Fosberg is not an actual judge. He doesn't meet the requirements of the definition. And then we have a couple others who, another one who has found their oaths of office and found them to be fraudulent or non-existent. So we're building this case for some good stuff here. And then, right around the same time that got put on the record, funny enough, Trump in his case actually put the oath of office in there 2 days after. So I think that our cases and what we're doing, we still have our, J6ers and stuff. We still need to use our brains to keep the wheels turning to figure out the law and where our rights are and this and that, because it's working on other levels as well. And eventually it will turn around.
That's what we're working for.
Thank you, Lou.
But, and just, I know you guys in there keep your wheels turning, and there are lots of good people looking at a lot of footage and pushing this issue forward. And, if it wasn't for the American people keeping this in the forefront and letting their congressional representatives know that January 6th matters to them, then it is absolutely a win for the American people to continue pressing this forward. So, y'all aren't forgotten.
There's a petition going around. Yeah, there's a petition going around that is in support of J6ers and getting us the hell out of here. I hate to say it, but at the same time that, we're working through all this stuff, I think that some may be hesitant to move forward quickly because they're using it as a political football for the elections in 2024. But I just don't think we have. I don't think we're going to see elections in 2024. I just don't. We've already established that they're not in good faith and they're dishonorable. So.
Well, you know, the countdown's going to end tomorrow at 8 anyway, so I think that, yeah, you're right.
Well, there's lots of lawsuits against the
Yep.
boxes. And
You know, the thing is that you know, we are doing our part, and we are part of the body of Christ, of God, and we're His hands and feet. And now that we're aware of the issues that have eluded us for decades, you know, we can begin to start correcting the ship. You know, it may not happen overnight, and I may not live to see it, but I will do my part as long as I'm here, and then pass the torch a little brighter to the next generation.
Well, I pray for our next generation. I don't know. I don't know what they have in store for them, and I know that we need to restore the American dream and the faith in this country and our system, because I think most Americans have lost a lot of.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I know I have.
lots of people are suing against those boxes, y'all.
In these courtrooms and in this city, it makes you lose faith in the system, but we absolutely need to regain that.
Bringing awareness to people who weren't aware.
Well, you know, we're doing a good job. You know, by delegitimizing the courts, you actually affirm that the 1945 Foreign Communities Act really does apply, and that Congress was responsible for signing over our offices and office holders over to the UN. So we've been under UN occupation since 1945.
All right, we love you, Patriot. Thank you so much for calling in.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you,
Shelley.
Mark.
All right, you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You
God
too.
bless
We appreciate
you.
calling.
Wow.
All right. Let's see how long we got. 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Pass it back.
Pass it back. I'll take this time to remind everybody to go to Patriot Mail Project. Starting tomorrow, they are having a daily silent auction. All proceeds will go to the Jan 6 family Christmas drives. I know Stormtrooper got a t-shirt out there. You know, so go on there, check it out. They will be having the drawings every day. I know that Paula put up out there from Patriot Mail Project that they have a lot of people that have changed. So before you send your note out to our guys and gals, make sure you check those updates. And she also got a letter from Howard Richardson, which we know he's a Jan 6 detainee, elderly man. And if y'all can go on Patriot Mail Project and check out his Give, Send, Go, his wife needs help with a couple of bills. So just go on there, check out, do what you can. If you can't, you know, just keep tuning in and keep spreading the word.
Amen.
Sarah gave me explicit instructions on how to I know. Let me play this. We can do it just for eternity, not mystery.
Hey, Sooner Lady. Thank you all for popping in. Hi, Party Bonza. I don't know if y'all can hear me when I said hello.